And thanks for joining us for your local news here at 6 on NBC Connecticut. I'm Mike Heideck. There are calls for reform after a man experiencing a mental health crisis was shot and killed by a Hartford police officer. According to the Inspector General, an officer opened fire after a man named Steve Jones refused to drop a large knife he was holding. NBC Connecticut's Melissa Cooney is joining us live outside City Hall after hearing there from the family's attorney and the NAACP. Melissa?
Yeah, that's right. Now, at this point, we have confirmed that Officer Joseph Magnano, the Hartford police officer who shot Steve Jones 9 times, subsequently killing him, has been placed on paid administrative leave. Now the family says they're exploring all of their legal options to get justice.
Justice for Stevie! Justice for Stevie!
Calls for reform after the Inspector General says Hartford police officer Joseph Magnano shot and killed Steve Jones while he was experiencing a mental health crisis last month. The Inspector General said a family member called 911 after Jones was cutting himself with a knife. They say he held the knife and walked towards the officers but didn't speak. The officers ordered him to drop the knife. The state says Officer Magnano arrived on the scene after other officers ordered Jones to drop the knife, then shot 9 times as Jones walked towards him. Attorney Ben Crump is asking questions about why Magnano shot him after other officers tried to de-escalate.
I assume he's going to try to reference that he felt in fear of his life. The question then becomes, well, why didn't the other 3 officers shoot? Why didn't the other officers use 9 bullets? Why did they have restraint?
Crump says they'll be exploring all civil legal options and say they're advocating for criminal charges to be investigated on the state level too. Jones's sister Audrey saying he needed medical support, not police intervention.
I screamed at the police, don't shoot him. He didn't take his meds, and they shot him anyway.
The NAACP of Greater Hartford says they're calling for change on how mental health emergencies are handled in the city.
A cry for help in Hartford should never become a fatal encounter.
We want to make sure that the system works better, that we will watch very closely, and we will continue to try to strengthen that mental health response to ensure that every member of this community feels safe, regardless of the mental state in which they're in.
Hartford Mayor Aruna Naralimpulam says he believes mental health specialists were notified but weren't there on time. He says the city's investigation into the incident, including that of the Civilian Police Review Board, can't begin until the state finishes theirs.
There's a process in place, and it's one that we want to work to ensure plays out transparently and with real accountability.
And this was the second time a Hartford police officer shot and killed someone experiencing a mental health crisis in an 8-day time period. That first incident that I just mentioned is also being under review by the Office of Inspector General. For now, we're live in Hartford. Melissa Cooney, NBC Connecticut News.